Tips for finding safe, edible fish for survival. If you ever become stranded in the wilderness, you will need to find something to eat. If you are lucky enough to be in an area where fish are abundant, you will have half of the battle won. Finding safe fish can be the key to survival in an outdoor survival situation. Looking for water will be one of your first priorities. If you should come across surface water, you may be in luck. Stagnant water with few signs of life is not a good area for catching fish. You will want to look for flowing rivers, streams, or a lake abundant in life and activity. Fish are frequently more abundant than mammal species in some areas. Use this to your advantage. Fish can be an excellent source for protein and fat when consumed. The trick is to catch these fish and know how to properly prepare them. Some fish must be cooked before they are safe for consumption, but other varieties are fine when eaten raw. It can be helpful to think about the habits of fish before you attempt to catch them. Consider where fish like to hide and when they prefer to eat. Keeping this information in mind will help to direct your efforts and make finding your meals much easier. Just prior to a storm, fish tend to feed heavily. Take this time to go fishing for your next meal. After a storm, the water is muddy and fish are less interested. During this time, you may want to direct your attention elsewhere for food. You can hunt for fish in deep pools, underbrush, and beneath rocks. These are great resting places for fish. Submerged logs or foliage offer shelter for fish. These areas are perfect to set up traps for catching edible fish for survival food. Fish found in freshwater are not poisonous. Be careful of catfish. They have sharp protrusions that can cause serious injury. Such puncture wounds can be painful and become infected quickly. Be aware that all freshwater fish should be cooked to kill any parasites. Saltwater fish near freshwater sources should be cooked, as well, as a precautionary measure. Some saltwater fish have poisonous flesh. Some poisonous saltwater fish are poisonous all year long, while others are seasonal. Examples of these poisonous saltwater fish are the triggerfish, red snapper, puffer, oilfish, and the porcupine fish. If you frequent areas with these poisonous fish, it is important that you learn to identify these varieties to be safe. The barracuda is not poisonous itself, but it can be dangerous. Do not eat this fish raw because it can transmit ciguatera poisoning. It is wise to learn what types of fish can be dangerous and how to prepare fish properly for consumption. Educating yourself on how and where to find safe and edible fish can save your life if you are ever in a situation where you are stranded outdoors in need of food. Know that some fish are poisonous and many varieties require proper cooking. Practice the skill of fishing and trapping, as well as preparing fish.